Our next speaker is on his way up. He is our current at-large too. I've known Dr. Rhys for a little over a year now, and I've got to visit his place of business, Yeti Space, where he works as an aerospace engineer, to speak on why we should be all forming county committee.
That's right, county affiliates.
Affiliates, thank you. Please welcome up Dr. Rhys.
Start a county affiliate. I can talk to you about a lot of things, and if any of you want to talk about rockets, we can do that at our leisurely time. But what I'm going to use my minutes here for is to convince you to start a county affiliate. Why would you do that? Well, I've watched the LPA. I've been involved pretty actively for about 8 years, and I've watched it approach elections and ballot access in a lot of different ways. I've watched it go all the way from full statewide and at an incredible cost, virtually nothing to show for it, little, but not what it should have been. I've watched it pick and choose a handful of races. I've watched it do almost nothing. I've watched a lot of things to happen. But I'll tell you one thing that I'm certain that matters, and that is whether or not you have a county affiliate. If you do not have a county affiliate, you will not have ballot access. Absolutely guaranteed. It will not happen for you. And that is why you need to start a county affiliate. Right now, Madison County Libertarian Party is equivalent legally to the Republican Party and the Democratic Party in Alabama. That little county party is a legal equivalent to the entire state party of the two big parties. We have all of their rights completely, but may only practice within that county. Wouldn't it be nice if there were other counties that had that ability? That is why you need to start a county affiliate. So how do you do that? It's actually shockingly easy. I've made part of my at-large mission, or made my entire at-large mission, to really be the resource for bylaws, for moving it through, for advice. Your region rep is an excellent source. They also have many other things going on. I am simply going to do nothing else but help people start a county affiliate. And why? The reason is because that is the only way you are going to get ballot access, period. We are not going to get another $250,000 to do a statewide campaign for a long time, nor should we. It is a total waste of money to do it that way. There are the bylaws for your county. I have taken some time to write up the very minimal required bylaws that meet the LPA need. It is something on the order of 6 or 7 sentences. It's literally the smallest bylaws you can have and be LPA legal with one addition, and that is that you have a method to change those bylaws. The LPA doesn't actually require a county affiliate to have a method to change its own bylaws, so if they were to adopt my very minimal ones, they would be stuck with those forever, which I found kind of libertarianly humorous, but it is good to have a way to modify things. You can also go all the way up to a massive document like the LPMCA has in Madison County. We've got a really developed one. If we find it works for us, we're big, we have a lot going on. If you're just 5 or 10 people getting started, it is not necessary to have it complicated. All you really need is your 4 officers. You need to get together at least once every 3 months, although I really think monthly is very useful to stay current, and you have to keep doing it. You cannot try for 3 months and then stop. Madison County has been active and pushing for 8 years nonstop. Do you know how many parades we do a year? 3 or 4. We do lectures at the library. We have a business meeting every month. We have a social meeting every month. Sometimes we have 2 social meetings a month, and we even sometimes have 3. You have to keep doing it. You have to start a county affiliate. Once you have one, it's time to find a candidate. One candidate. This is the sniper method of taking out the regime. This is not the storm the beaches method for ballot access. This is the easiest, cheapest way to terrify our opposition with very little work. We have figured it out. We at Madison County have figured out a way that works, that is not hard, and is very effective, extremely effective. Find your candidate. Your candidate's not going to win, so they don't have to worry about that. But your candidate is going to lose with over 20%. Then you have ballot access. That is how to crush this machine. I'm getting into all of that. The first thing you do with your candidate, or simultaneously with obtaining locating your candidate, your brave candidate, is you find your opportunity race. You find one race, just one. That race must be a county-wide race, and it must be unopposed. Otherwise unopposed. So typically that's going to be an incumbent Republican, no Democrat running, a lot of Democrats looking for somebody else to vote for, and there even are some libertarians out there. There's about 6% who will vote libertarian. You find that race with just one Republican running, and you find it to be countywide. So what kind of countywide races are there? Well, there's sheriff, that's how we did it. There's county commission. Some board of education seats are countywide. There's a number of other odd ones. All the counties are different. You can easily look this up online or contact me, I'll help you find the data. You analyze your county. Take a really good look at the election results for the last 2 election cycles. I have poured over, probably 20% of the counties of the state in great detail. There are a lot of weak chinks in the armor. You would be shocked how many races there are that are unopposed, meaning one person running, and there's a lot of people in the oppositional party who did not vote in that particular race. We seem to complain an awful lot about straight ticket voting. Straight ticket voting is not the problem. You would be shocked if you really look at the data, how many people do vote down ballot. You only need 20%. You already got 6. It's not that hard. But it's impossible unless you have a county affiliate. So you must start a county affiliate. You can start your county affiliate today, right here. You have to get petitions done one time. You find your sheriff's race, you find your county board of ed race, you find your county commissioner, chair of county commission race. You have to do the petitions one time for that one race. You would be stunned how small that is. Is it maybe Elmore County, I think I analyzed? Running for sheriff is 90 signatures, if I'm correct in my memory. I think I have that right. There's one of them in there that's 90 signatures. Unopposed. Do you know how easy that is? 90 signatures, you run against an unopposed Republican, you get 20% of the vote, so do a decent campaign, put some effort in it. You now have county-wide ballot access. This is how we do this. Everything else we've been doing is a waste of time. This is the method. And run a solid campaign. The irony of this is that in our case, we ran a paper candidate and just got really, really lucky. We didn't even know how to do this. And as a result of the statewide ballot access, we had a whole bunch of people who just ran paper campaigns up in Madison County, and we got over 20% in sheriff. Ollie's going to talk a lot about those details. This is the Allen Barksdale plan that Anson and I and Ollie worked on and wrote. It's great paper. Definitely read that paper. It's about 5 or 7 pages or so. Excellent, excellent information on how we did this. But what do you have to do first? You have to start a county affiliate. If you do not have a county affiliate, you have absolutely nothing. And in fact, you're really not trying that hard. So you do your hundreds-ish petition to get your countywide race on the ballot. You're the only libertarian. Your candidate is the only libertarian running. Do a good job. Get your 20%. There are also, as an aside, many races that are nonpartisan. Now, these will not get you county access, but they will get you a familiarity with how the machine works, and they will get you ballot access without even requiring signatures. I think city council is often like this, mayors are often like this. There are many races, Anson, I hope we'll discuss some of them, he knows more of them than I do. There are many races that don't have a party attached to them. Huntsville has a good number of them, and many counties have these. You can run that just by signing up and paying your registration fee. If you have a county affiliate, that county affiliate can support you. Let's talk a little bit about something that I was in favor of begrudgingly years ago, but I now see as having been a real mistake in our bylaws, and that is the multi-county affiliates, the regional affiliates we have now. And I really wanted to see those work. I did not understand then what I understand now, which is in fact that they are highly problematic for countywide ballot access. And the reason is, if you have an affiliate that comprises several counties, how does the state treat that, and the probate judge treat that? What is the party that then wins ballot access if you have a candidate that wins? You don't have a county affiliate. And when you get ballot access, you don't have a party to receive that ballot access. And thus you've completely wasted your time. You have nothing. If you do not have a county affiliate, you have absolutely nothing. You have no ballot access. Even if your county is part of a regional affiliate, there is nothing to receive ballot access. This state recognizes parties as having statewide influence and activities, and countywide influence and activities. There is no multi-region anything in any state law. You cannot get ballot access with that methodology. You can hang out and have a real nice social time, and I think that's really good too. But if we're going to win campaigns and stop being a social club, we have to have county affiliates. So I would ask everyone to consider removing that multi-county affiliate in bylaws when we address those. That's my own personal speaking on that, but I wanted to add that into my discussion here, because there really is a very mechanical reason for doing that. It is that it will get in the way of electing candidates. Anything we're doing that intentionally prevents us from electing candidates, I propose we should stop doing. Thank you. Okay. Candidate recruitment can really be a challenge. It's tough. Not a lot of people want to do it, not a lot of people can do it. But your chance of winning out the box is pretty darn slim. Once the countywide ballot access is achieved, then you have to really talk to people about seriously running and the fearful possibility of actually winning and having libertarians elected. I think we are still a few cycles away from that, but as Ollie will discuss, you're going to discuss all of our candidates. Okay, so Ollie's got that part in his discussion. We're running a pretty deep slate in Madison County. It's going to be kind of a big deal. It's certainly a big deal for us. Several of those races are, of course, countywide. If we get 20% on any one of those in 24, guess what? We remain a political party with equivalent rights to the Republicans and the Democrats at no extra cost. Let's talk a little bit about where this goes in the big picture, and then I'm going to close out. I've talked to you about running countywide offices. You know, I can tell not everyone is super stoked about County Commissioner Region 2 or something. Let me tell you, those are the people who are messing up your life.
Amen.
Flat out. All right? The governor, Kay Ivey, is not cruising up in her taxpayer SUV harassing you. Okay? Who's harassing you? It's your county and city government. They're the ones. So if you want to get kind of like, that's just not so flashy and exciting, guess what? Those are the ones who are causing you the trouble. They're the ones causing you the zoning trouble. They're the ones that are screwing with your utilities. They're the ones that approve utilities hikes. They're the ones that are screwing with your schools. So it is worth winning those races. But let's talk about something a little more interesting. In Elijah's campaign, and I hope Elijah will discuss this, this was a really painful learning experience for us, really painful. It turns out that the interpretation of the law at present is that if a county affiliate has ballot-wide access for their county, which we have, any race that shows up on that ballot, we get access to. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what the law means it to mean, but that's how they're interpreting it, and that is a big, big deal. The president, the Libertarian presidential nominee, can run as a Libertarian in Madison County. It's the only county that can happen in. But let's think about something else, a little bigger. State House. Look at the State House map sometime. The State House districts, some of them are simply a county. Guess what? You have countywide access, you have access to your State House if you're in one of those counties. In Madison County, we have, I think it may be 6 different state houses that trickle into our county. Something on that order.
Gerrymandering?
We have access to every one of those races.
Awesome.
Right? That's the current legal interpretation. Now, what would happen if our 2 neighboring counties also had ballot access? We would now, as 3 separate counties, collectively have ballot access to tens of statewide officials. I think it's over 20 when you add up all the map. I'm going off of memory from some work I did a few months ago, but it's a big number. It's a lot. And they can't stop it. And there aren't petitions required. Many state houses have district maps that cover only 1 or 2 counties. All you need is those 2 counties. And you can run in perpetuity. This is how to do this job. It's cheap, it's pretty easy, and it has been found to be effective. We are putting into place precedents with the state government right now in Madison County so that the next county behind us can just use our precedent. That is how we win. Like to take any questions you've got. I really appreciate your attention and your thought on this. Please.
Have you done any research for Baldwin County as far as?
Oh, absolutely. I've looked very carefully at Baldwin County.
Okay.
I've got races identified that are easy. I've learned how to reverse engineer. You know how they tell you how many signatures you need? I've reverse engineered how they're calculating that. It's kind of weird, but I figured out how they're doing it. Pardon?
Constable.
Oh, man. I totally forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. So there are races in which nobody's running. And there's these constable races that occur in only a handful of counties. There's 4 or 5 left that still have constables. But no one runs in them at all. They're just freebies. And I believe Mobile's got them. There's a couple more. Was Elmore one of them? I can't remember. They're in the list. So they're really interesting. Unfortunately, they're not countywide, obviously. So you're not going to turn one race into an entire countywide piece of access. But they're meaningful. They're real. And they're going to show up. I think we have to convince the voting population that we can do those kinds of jobs before they're going to hand over something much bigger. We certainly do not have the political clout to run in a 3-way race and beat them. So finding these otherwise unopposed races is the way to go. But yeah, Baldwin County is definitely something that has some opportunity in it, for sure. You think you're going to discuss the individual counties out of the Allen Barksdale plan? Definitely read this white paper. It's pretty nice. We've got a lot of the data in there. Anyone else have anything for me to? Yes, sir.
You said once you get ballot access, you have access in perpetuity.
Given that you continue to win 20% in a...
You have to have a candidate countywide that wins at least 20% of the ballot every time to maintain that access.
That's right. That's my understanding. However, we don't exactly know how it works because no one's ever done this before. And guess what? The Secretary of State doesn't really know either. Like, no one really knows how to handle this, right? It's very interesting to watch happen. We are going to push for a structure in which Madison County has ballot access until the original race that won it is re-upped. Because the races are, every 2 years. So it wouldn't be square to not get to run all of the races you could run, right, in a county. So that's my next push with the SOS. I continue to sort of moosh them, and they've been surprisingly agreeable to our propositions of how to read stuff. They're much more agreeable than I expected, and it's working. So, but yes, exactly, yeah. Obviously, if you stop getting 20% in something, you're no longer a party, is what happens in that case, right? They no longer recognize you as a party. Anything else? Hey. Hey, I truly enjoyed it. You guys are great. Keep it up. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. Start a county affiliate.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rhys. I wholeheartedly agree with your statement. Start a county affiliate. You only need 2 people. It's not the hardest thing in the world. We need as many as we can so we can support all of our candidates and members in the respective counties. Thank you again.